What's poppin', everybody? So yeah, I know I've been gone for a really long time. It's been about a month and a half, which is on YouTube, that's basically years. So I apologize for being gone for so long, but I've just been super busy in my real life. I don't really want to get into specifics, but I just haven't had as much time for YouTube as I used to or as I'd like to, because YouTube is my biggest passion. So having to kind of just not be on YouTube and making videos as much as I want to has sucked. Like, it's been kind of killing me on the inside, but it is what it is. I'm doing stuff in my real life that needs to be done. And I'm here now, you know. It's what day is it? It's January 18th, so I'm only 18 days late for making this video, but better late than never. And as far as this actual video goes, this is obviously my top 30 favorite songs of 2019. And I'm not gonna have these songs ranked in any way, because I feel like just making this video about, you know, which order goes where, which song's better than the other. I don't really want to make this video about that. I just want to make this video about the music and why I enjoyed each of these songs throughout the year. So with all that being said, let's jump into it. So we're gonna start this list off with a nice short and sweet song from JPEG Mafia. And I love just about every part of this song. The beat is an absolute vibe, Peggy's rapping is on point, and we even get some singing from him, which is nothing too crazy. Like, he's not an amazing singer or anything, but he has a nice vocal tone. You could tell that he had to add some vocal effects and some auto-tune to get his voice to where he needed it to be when he was singing, but I think that if you got some vocal lessons and a vocal coach, that he could definitely take his music to the next level, just because he has a really nice tone when singing. Love of Money is a really, like, Earl Sweatshirt type of song, but that does not stop it from being A1. Earl and Mavi literally make music together, so that's a big reason why you see Earl's influence in his music. And this might be because I listened to Let the Sun Talk when it was snowing, but it is one of the best rap songs I've ever heard for just driving around on a snowy day. Like, I don't know what, like, that ukulele or whatever instrument that was in the beat was just, it just reminded me of winter. I don't know why, but I mean, it's perfect because I live in Minnesota. Before I say anything, I just want to point out that I know that Bad Vibes Forever, the album, is absolute ass, but the song itself is amazing to me. Skins was trash besides a song or two, and I expected the same thing for this album, which actually ended up happening, but Bad Vibes Forever, the song, just really stood out to me. And by putting this song on this list, I'm not supporting how X's mom and label are milking his music and image after his death, but at the end of the day, this list is meant to give recognition to good music, and this song is a great one. I was absolutely blown away when I heard this song. Brian must have tapped into his inner Pascal when he was making it, because he showed a crazy amount of progress and growth. I was just genuinely proud of him as a fan of the guy. Yellow was our first taste of The Sailor, and I was not expecting Brian to take it in the direction that he took it, but I'm glad he did, because I'm not trying to drop any spoilers, but The Sailor is in my top 10. Dope and a Baby isn't really a song that steps outside the box, but god damn, that hook is catchy. It was one of those songs that I knew I liked right after the first listen, because the melody was that good. You could say this song really rules. I hope rap purists don't crucify me for saying this, but I was getting little flashes of Kendrick from Doja on this song. I'm not comparing her to Kendrick, but the way that she was playing with her flow and delivery was definitely on that level. In the first verse, she was doing more whisper flows, and then in the second, she was projecting her voice a lot more, basically yelling. And I'm not really sure if she intended to have the verses be yin and yang like that, but it was nice song structure regardless. You could say I was really proud of Earth Gang when I made this song. I can't even get through that. If you couldn't tell by now, I love cringe humor.
Trust me, daddy!
Johnny and Young Thug need to work together a lot more, because the way their voices sounded together on this song was just phenomenal. They might as well make Earth Gang a trio with the way the song turned out. And what I like most about the song is that it's a song dedicated to the women in the rappers' lives, but it's not too sappy. Like, you could put this on at a party or somewhere like that, and everyone's having a good time. To me, I don't think Pink lived up to Blue, but it definitely had some good moments. A lot of them being on K. I just loved how you got both sides of the spectrum with this song. You know, you got Heartbreak and Turn Up, and that razor beat at the end, that's like one of the hardest shits to drop since Rainbow Road. All to Myself is a song that I have to be in the mood to listen to because of how somber it is, but it definitely is a beautiful song. It was my introduction to Baby Rose, and I just loved how distinct her voice is. Like, you do not come across singers with that kind of voice every day. I really connected with the premise of the song too. It's about having to swallow your feelings, which is something that I related to. The song just hit me sonically, lyrically, and emotionally, and that's why it's on the list. Cherry Blossom makes me feel really wholesome when I listen to it. That's basically Raury's bread and butter though, because his music is very folk heavy, and that's a big reason why I like his music and this song. It just brings like this wave of calmness over me, and I really like that feeling. Situations made me 99% sure Freddie would have been a Bone Thug if he was coming up in the 90s. Not that it's a bad thing, but the way that he was rapping fast and layered his vocals just reminded me of them straight away. The beat was also perfect for how he was rapping on it, because the claps and the hits were just hitting at the perfect times for the way that he was chopping up his flow. So shouts out Madlib too. Nothing to Me is a "you did me wrong so I'm moving on" anthem, and I gotta give props to Snow for making the song still groovy even though the lyrics are angry. It's a song that both guys and girls can resonate with, and it's got a lot of replay value. Skepta's voice and flow fit this beat so perfectly. Like, I don't think you can find a better beat for this man. I really don't. What makes the song that much better is that Skepta's actually speaking on some real shit. It's nothing profound or super deep, but it's definitely not shallow either. I'm not gonna lie, it took a couple listens for this song to fully click with me, but once it did, I listened to it non-stop. At first I thought it was just another one of those generic "I used to be broke, now I'm a famous rapper" songs, but the more I listened to it, the more I realized that Corday was doing it in his own way, and the beat switch at the end added a lot of flavor to it. The beat for this song is so the song could be just the instrumental and I would still have it on this list. And to add some icing to the cake, you got Ferg just singing his heart out with Dolla signs. So it's just play the song at night when you're driving around and you'll be good. You'll be having a good time. I'm gonna have to start a petition or something to get a collab album out of Mick Jenkins and KAYTRANADA, because everything they do seems to damn near be flawless, and this song is no exception. If you listen to KAYTRANADA's music, you know that it has that really specific and distinct bounce to it. I can't really describe it, but for whatever reason, Mick Jenkins just has the perfect voice for it, whether he's rapping or singing. Yeah, let's add Kali Uchis to that Mick Jenkins KAYTRANADA collab album, cause goddamn, her voice is basically made for his beats too. Wiley flow is on here just cause it's a straight banger. It's got a beat that, the beat is equally as powerful as Stormzy's voice, which I really liked. And I also really loved how aggressive and hungry he was rapping on the beat, because he hardly ever raps like he does on this song. I was a little skeptical of D-Smoke's music because, you know, while I'm not gonna sit here and say that all competition show, you know, those music competition show winners, I'm not gonna sit here and say they all suck, but majority of them aren't really good at making their own music. And while D-Smoke did perform well on rhythm and flow, I wasn't like 100% sold on him. But when I queued up his album and I finished this song, I knew he was different. This song showed me that he can sing as well as rap, and dude knows how to tell a story. It was also interesting to hear his background as a student and how he got into teaching, although he didn't really get too deep into it, but you know, it was interesting regardless. Crit's flow and delivery on this song single-handedly got it on this list. The lyrics and the beat and all the other components of the song are good too, but the way that Crit spits his verses just takes it to another dimension. Don't get me wrong, his delivery is always good, but it was just, he must have been in his zone more than usual or something on this song, because he's a lot more animated and energetic on the track than he normally is. Anderson .Paak on a Pharrell beat. That's what this song is, and it doesn't get much better than that. The bass on this song is absolutely ridiculous. I was simply not prepared enough the first time I listened to it. It went a little something like this.
Ronnie J, please turn me up.
Contact, set out, I'ma hold the fort.
50/50 just hits me, you know? Like, it's just one of those songs that hits you in a place where you can't describe, you know? It's not categorized as soul music, but it's a song that hit my soul. That sounded a little corny, but I meant it. Samad, I know you're watching this video, so man, just salute to you, cause They're Scared is an amazing song. Not only were the background harmonies and the singing on the song on point, but the verse you had in the middle was one of my favorites this year. Moxis, you may or may not be watching this, but if you are, salute to you too, because I think this song should have been a hit. It's one of those songs that I could see getting a Cole Bennett video and then just exploding, blowing up. I could tell Scarlord was really hungry when he made this song. He's always intense, obviously, due to the screaming, but on the actual rapping parts for this song, you could tell that he was on a mission. I actually looked at the lyrics and that's exactly the case. And I haven't really heard Scarlord rap over a beat this bouncy since Berserk, but I definitely think he should do it a lot more often because those are two of my favorite songs by him. I actually had never heard of Melly before this song dropped, but when I saw that Kanye feature, I knew I had to give it a chance. I'll give anybody that can land a Kanye feature a chance because he doesn't just give those out to anybody. And even though Kanye is one of my favorite rappers ever, I was not expecting to finish this song liking it as much as I did. Right off the bat, I like Melly's voice, and I thought that Kanye did a really good job of meshing well with Melly on the track instead of it seeming forced or having Kanye overshadow him. Sacrifices is one of the most soulful rap songs I've heard this year. All four rappers absolutely kill it, especially Johnny and Cole. I think both of their verses should be contenders for verse of the year. I liked how Johnny was using his voice more so as just an instrument more than anything, rather than just trying to spit bars, and nothing wrong with either way, but I just like that because a lot of rappers aren't trying to literally like morph their voice into an instrument, you know what I mean? And like artists like him and Young Thug are really good at that. And then you had Cole just spilling out his heart about the love he has for his wife, and it's just a really beautiful and wholesome song. That's probably the best way to describe it. This is a song that made me a fan of Willow. I love Bob Marley, so I immediately liked the song because the beat has this kind of like reggae groove to it. Then Willow started singing and I was just already in tune with the track. I already liked it. And I loved how as the song progressed, she started projecting her voice more and more and added more distortion. It's kind of like what J. Cole did with Friends, where his delivery got more and more intense as the song went on. There's got to be a musical term for that. I'm not sure what you call it, but whatever it is called, it does a really good job of pulling me into a song. So I'm deciding to end the list on probably the most upbeat song on the list. Anytime I hear Vaporizer, it just instantly puts me in a good mood. Not only is it insanely catchy and positive, but the beat just has like this own personality of itself. It's an instrumental that can stand on its own, but by putting Jadena on it, it's just icing on the cake. Alright y'all, so that is going to do it for my top 30 songs of 2019, so I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe if you're new if you'd like to. And I also have the links to my Instagram and Twitter down below, so if you want to follow me on social media, those will be in the description. And as always, it's been Isaiah the Player, and I'm gone.